Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Christina Milian is here, talking family drama, her new reality show, and all those romance rumors. And we help you survive the cold with InStyle's winter beauty picks. Plus, Wendy's got you covered with all of today's juiciest hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
I'm doing great under the circumstances. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topic. Thank you. I love you more. So, thank you. I love you too. Listen, did you watch Empire last night? Damn it, man, I missed it. I need a copy. Okay, I don't have the DVR. I don't even know what that is. I was at the club. Now, I know what you're saying. Empire comes on at 9 o'clock. Clubs usually don't get popping until midnight. That's what I said. I figured I'd watch Empire, then I'd go to the club. But instead, the club started at like 7:30 at night. Which, because I have to get up early in the morning, club early is good. I like the club. Ducktown Records was celebrating their 20th anniversary. So I want to shout out to Helter Skelter, that's Ruck and Rock. Also Buckshot Shorty, Evil D, and Drew Ha. I don't know if you're familiar with Smith & Wesson and the whole Ducktown family, but that era of music dates back to Ratchet Radio, Wendy. So I put my Timbs on and my jeans. And I sat quietly in the corner sipping brown juice. And then my DJ Boof showed up a little bit later on in the evening. And Boof is like, at that point, me and my man were, into it. And he's looking at us like, really? This is you all? I said, yes, we touched several different arenas in this game, Boof. Anyway, in the middle of having a good time at the club, my phone goes off. And it's Tristan, who handles my my internet, wendyshow.com. And here goes Tristan, sending me the article from Variety magazine, telling me that Rosie Perez is allegedly out at The View. Well, now look. All I could see was the title, because, I wear readers. But you don't wear readers in the club when you're trying to be young. So I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do? First of all, when you go to the club, you usually don't bring a handbag just in case you have to run. My social circle has many layers. Anyway, so you put your cell phone in your pocket, your lip gloss in the other pocket, your $100 bill, just in case, how your mother tells you, your $100 bill, and that's it. But, for a 50-year-old trying to be young in the club, I can't deny myself that I need my readers. So, and I don't bring my big fancy readers. I bring those little ones that you get at the drugstore that you fold in half and then fold in half again, and you tuck them in your pocket, just in case you have to read something on your phone. So now here's Tristan contacting me. The music is going. Everybody's in there. And I'm the older woman in the club, right? But I look young. No, hold on. I wanted to read the article about Rosie because this is paramount. Now all of a sudden, you know, my brown juice is worn off and reality has set in. And like, it's going down. So I hold the phone back like this. I try to pull it off. I pull the candle over like this. I said, look, I said to my husband, I said, can I put my readers on in the club? Do you think that'd be okay? Now, if you have to question it, then you know you're dead wrong. So he said, no, yo, don't put your readers on the club. So I extended and candle and I squinted and blurred. And Rosie is reportedly leaving The View after just 4 months on the job. Well, now, Rosie, what are we going to do? Come on, I feel like I had a hand in getting you that. Come on now, Rosie, come on. Well, it's not up to us. It's up to ABC, and they're claiming that her status with the show hasn't changed. However, you remember when Rosie first started at The View, she let us all know that she's going to Broadway in January and that she'd be taking the whole month of January off. So for those of you who think that that was, you know, it's a smokescreen, you know, to say she's doing Broadway, no. She told us that in the beginning. I would imagine that she told them that before she even signed her contract. Is she out? They're not saying definitely, but where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, you know, but I also feel as though TV, and this is you all's fault. You're the watchers, we're the hosts, and I just feel, or the talent, whether it's a sitcom, a movie, or whatever, I just feel as though you all are not giving us a chance anymore to prove ourselves. And I understand that that happens probably all across, in every workplace arena. You know, when you start a new job, you've got to hit the ground running, which is so sad because, you know, sometimes people need a moment to find their voice and get into their groove. Case in point. We'll be watching how this plays out. Like I said, they have not officially said, but in my mind, it's probably over. Sorry to hear about that. Shout out to the makeup room at The View. This is a sad day. Let's move on and talk about Mariah Carey. Mariah is officially heading to Vegas. She made the announcement that she's doing her residency at Caesar's Palace. Now, what I love about Caesar's Palace is that the Cheesecake Factory is downstairs. And apparently Mariah loves it too, because she was caught coming out of the Cheesecake Factory with her children, and they asked her about the residency, and that's where she said, you know, she confirmed. Anyway, her show will begin in May, and she's going to do all of her 18 number ones, which I love. No, listen. I have to tell you something. I'm a creature of habit, probably like many of you. When I see some of my favorite artists and they start singing that stuff I don't know, I get pissed. Like, I get pissed. Sing the songs that I can sing along with and have flashbacks to a time gone by. So, Mariah is playing it safe, and she's giving us exactly what we would want. None of that new convoluted music. We don't know the words. She's going to be doing Honey, Vision of Love. Vision of Love was my worst Mariah song, by the way. That's probably where I'd go get the popcorn. Yeah, I didn't like that song. I know that was her first song, but that wasn't my song. Was that your song? No. Clap if that wasn't your song. Yeah. That's okay. She can do it. We still know the words to it. They played it enough on the radio. Also, she'll be doing songs like Always Be My Baby. So that'll be a lot of fun. And there's no word on what the payday is all about, but I can assure you that she's probably making more than Britney Spears. Britney, it was Celine who did it first. She laid down the blueprint for how this game is going to work for these chicks. All right. Then Britney came along, and Britney's making, you know, a few more millions than Celine did. And now Mariah's come along, and Mariah's making, I'm sure, a few more millions than Britney did. And then Jennifer's just going to come and shut the whole game down. Until Taylor Swift or Katy Perry decides to do a residency. And they're not at that point yet. To me, residencies are for people who really, you know, can't do the touring thing so much because maybe they have children. Like in the case of Mariah, it's perfect. Rock and roll. Wait, no, that's Helter Skelter. Rock and roll. Why is he looking at us like that? Don't be mad, Rock. Anyway, so cute. But, you know, the kids are only 3 years old. This is perfect because we know that, you know, pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, first grade, none of it is going to be interfered. There are going to be no school teachers doing homeschooling. The kids have each other, and then Mariah will be there in between. She's notoriously late. She won't be late this time. All she's going to do is press the elevator and go right down to the stage. It's perfect. And, you know, while I don't really think of Vegas as some place for kids, I understand they have some sort of amusement parks and things like indoor. They have a whole bunch of indoor stuff. Yeah. Rock and roll will be fine. Yeah. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. So this is perfect for her. Same thing with Jennifer Lopez. You know, Vegas is great for women who can't really travel like that because they have kids. Now, Britney is younger and she could travel, but, you know, Britney needs to stay put for a moment. So good. By a show of clapation, would you take a trip out to Vegas to see Mariah? Clap. Perfect. Yeah. Fine. Well, good luck, Mariah. Let's talk about Miley Cyrus. Well, apparently she's not the only Cyrus dating a Schwarzenegger. Miley's brother, Bryson, who's 20 years old, is dating Patrick's sister, Christina. So here's Bryson, and here's Christina. Boy, those Kennedys have some strong teeth, don't they? I mean, those teeth are strong. Anyway, so what do you think about this? I don't like it. I'm going to tell you why. It's all great and gravy when everybody's getting along. But the second somebody does something foul and the relationship is over, or the second, the first big fight happens where you're throwing vases at one another, that's where it gets murky. Now, put yourself in this situation. Like, if my sister was single, you know, and my husband's brother was single, I would not be introducing my sister and my husband's brother. Now, if you all want to, you know, have the sex without me knowing, as long as I don't know about it, fine. But do not turn it into a full-blown relationship, and I don't want to know about it. Like, I would not be hooking them up, and I don't care how lovely he is and how lovely my sister is. No. No. I mean, on the other hand, I could see it being like big fun, going out for dinner together and having fun. But in the long run, no, 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 this is not good. So let me just show you a little family picture. Can we show the picture of at the Last Supper? There it is. No, it was somebody at the table's birthday right here. And they're all the way at the end. Here's Miley and the brother, and Patrick and Miley, and then her brother and them, and then Keanu Reeves' cousin. I don't know who that is. He looks like Keanu Reeves, though. No, but then, and Miley and Trish are there also. Or Trish and Billy Ray Cyrus are there as well. If we pull back on the shot. See, there's Trish and Billy Ray. So apparently the Cyruses love this idea. Now, Maria, now what are we going to do about this? Because you already don't like Miley being with Patrick, and now your daughter is with another Cyrus. Maria, it's going to be a busy rest of the winter, isn't it? And you know, Maria, on second thought, I do think that we need to break up Miley and Patrick. Well, you know, I've been rooting for Miley. I said it. I think she seems like a nice girl in the house and everything. And, you know, the world knows what they're getting into when they get involved with a Miley Cyrus. She tweaks, she twerks, she does inappropriate stuff, but that's Miley. However, she continues to do inappropriate things, and this most recent thing has me wanting to break them up. Everybody's talking about her recent photo shoot inside V Magazine. Now, before we go inside, on the outside of V Magazine, well, that's not Miley. That happens to be FKA Twigs, Rob Pattinson's girlfriend. You know, the black girl with the English accent. Okay, now inside the magazine is Miley. Now see, Maria, we have a problem. I'm going to tell you the problem. The problem is nobody cares about naked Miley. I mean, the problem is something has happened in, I would say, the last year. I mean, nudity has slowly become just, you know, another day at the office. But in the past year, I think nudity for women, men don't usually like to go nude because, you know, we're always measuring up. You know what I'm saying? Like every man can't just drop his trowel. But for Miley, okay, if you want to know what's behind the W's, soap. Okay, she's got soap suds here and soap suds down in her nether region. And, I just, first of all, this is such a stupid picture. Second of all, there's nothing provocative about it. Oh, and by the way, if you love Miley the way Patrick loves Miley, then you might want to get this copy of V Magazine, because this picture right here is actually the centerfold, like, it's folded up, so you can hang it in your dorm room, you boys in college. I'm over nakedness. I mean, just in general. I don't care whether it's Miley, whether it's Kim K. I'm just clap if you're over nakedness. And everything has to go full circle before it comes back. Well, I'm declaring that, you know what the coolest thing is to do? Not be naked, not have piercings, and not have tattoos. Those to me are the coolest people. I mean, everybody has tattoos too, right? So for those of you who don't have tattoos, good for you. For those of you who've never gotten a piercing, good for you. I'm just disgusted. Maria, consult me if you need a plotation. I'm a good plan hatcher. Tori Spelling, I almost forgot that you existed. We haven't talked, only because we haven't talked about her in so long, right? Right? Think about it. Well, we haven't. Anyway, Tori, hi, Candy. What is going on with you all? Okay, so now Tori's mother, Candy, is threatening to kick Tori out of her will. See, I don't like will play. That's like divorce play. Now, do you fight with your man and say, I'm going to divorce? Like, do you throw the D word? I can't even throw it around unless I mean it. Don't throw the D word around, and don't throw around that you're going to kick me out of your will. Like, really? Candy reportedly is sick of Tori blaming her for her problems. Candy's reps are denying these claims. Well, at first I did think that it was all Tori, and that, all Mrs. Spelling wanted to do was hold her grandbabies. Tori's got 4 under 7 years old. That, all Mrs. Spelling wants to do is hold the grandchildren and have a decent relationship with her daughter, and, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. But, after a while, when a mother and daughter fight, you got to start to squint at it and say, there's accountability on both sides. Like, Candy, you're no innocent older woman. She's 69. Well, I know. Just shh. That's what she says. No, only because that lady up there said what? And I thought she was reading my mind. Anyway, Candy, nevertheless, Candy, what is your culpability in this? Like, honestly. Because when your husband, Aaron Spelling, passed away, he left Randy and his sister, Tori, $800,000, while he left Candy $600 million? $600 million, yes, $600 million. That is more money than she would ever know what to do with in her entire life. Now, I get it. I'm sure she set up a nice trust fund for her 4 grandchildren. But what are you doing with your long-suffering daughter? And you know what, Candy, that was rhetorical. Don't even answer, because you're older. So you're at the point, no, she's at the point in life, we've talked about this before. There comes a time in every child's life where we become the leaders of our parents on certain things, on certain things. And all I'm saying is that, Tori, I'm looking at you to go to your mother and let bygones be bygones. I mean, I'm blaming you for this. You've got 4 kids under 7, a husband who's at best a CSI cameo worker. And you've got a mother who's 69 years old. Now, that's not old in our society, but you know how many people in our audience would die to have their mothers with them as opposed to passed on? You're going to regret the way you're treating your mother at some particular point in your life. That's all I'm saying, Tori. And can I just be superficial? You need money. And pimping yourself out on reality TV is not hot. You have to get off TV, get with your mother, Start dividing up some of that money and start being like a mother-daughter, because you never know how much more time you have with your mother, Tori. That's all I'm saying. That's all. The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious. Hold on. Beyonce may be Queen Bee, but she's just like a lot of girls in a lot of ways. Take a look. This is our hot shot of the day, and it's brought to you by Zenadrin. Hit it. Are you this girl? Look. Are you this girl? I mean, maybe I'd be this girl, but I need my readers. So there's no point in even bothering. Okay, so she's looking at his phone, and she's bringing a new meaning to Baywatch. But look. Listen. Look. It's happened before. Take a look at this one. Does it make you like her better because you can identify with her or something? Okay, well, fellas, girls aren't the only ones that do it. He does it too. Take a look. So funny to me. Anyway, keep clapping, everybody. We've got more show for you. Listen, our friends at InStyle magazine are here, and they're going to show us this winter's hottest beauty picks for that ashy skin. But up next, the adorable Christina Milian is here. Don't miss it.
There's a lot of people that do Hot Topics, but nobody does it better than Wendy Williams.
On an all-new Wendy, Jordin Lopez. Plus, what will everyone be talking about this weekend? You know I'm the Hot Topics lady, and I've got to give my opinion. Hit it!
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
First guest is a singer, an actress, and a TV personality. She's got a brand new reality show, and we've got a sneak peek. It's the behind-the-scenes story of her life. Take a look.
Music is my passion, and I feel like it breathes life into me. In between working on music, I co-hosted the singing competition, The Voice, and I also danced my booty off on Dancing with the Stars. Over the last couple years, I took some time off to be a great mom and raise my daughter right. But now, I'm signed to Lil Wayne's record label, Young Money, and it's time for the world to see who the new Christina Milian is. So the journey now begins for me, my family, and my music.
Well then, please welcome the new Christina Milian. Shoe cam on aisle 3, please. Shoe cam. Yes. You're good. Yeah.
Hi.
You know, Christina, you've always been one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you.
Like, we've known each other since, you know, forever.
Yes, we go back.
And maybe there's a kinship just because I know you're from Jersey City.
We always talk about that. Jersey City. Same thing with my mom. You know, it's always been kind of connected that way.
So, your whole family's involved with the show. Thank you for sending me a little peek. I was able to see what's going on. What a cute family.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's my mom and my two sisters, Danielle and Elizabeth. I decided, you know, let's all do this together. We had to jump in together. I've had a lot of opportunities to kind of do the reality.
Yeah, because at first I thought it was going to be you and Karrueche.
Oh, no, well, Karrueche's on the show. I did bring her on the show because she's one of my best friends.
Yes.
So it's a real show, and it's a real show about my life, so I wanted to include as much as I could about my friends and my family. But my family, I mean, they are the core of my life, you know?
I see.
So my mom, I mean, we're Cuban, so I think what attracted people to even want to do a show with us is knowing how loud and how tight we are.
Yes.
You're just, like, guaranteed to have 4 women in a room together.
Yes.
You know, we just keep it really real. We're all different personalities.
So now, your mom is your manager.
Yes, my mom manages me, and we're working through a transition of actually becoming more partners now. So it's taken some time because, you know, traditionally, and also the whole, like I mentioned, the Cuban thing, there's like a lot of guilt kind of put on with, like, I'm your mother, you have to respect me. But then when you're doing business, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you're my mom, but, you know, you work with me. Like I don't want to say for me, but at the end of the day, usually that's what the case is.
So wait, has she been managing you your entire career? Like back when you did the Kim Possible theme song?
Yes,
Don't you remember Kim Possible? That was
20 years.
So she's been managing you the whole time?
Yeah, 20 years. Even when I have had, like, different managers, every now and then that we've had, you know, sporadically, she's always been, you know, all the way through. She's always kind of worked with me.
Okay, so now, and tell me about your sisters. There's one that's married, and they have a baby.
So my middle sister, you're going to love Danielle. Danielle's the one that serves you BT, the middle one with the red pants. The gorgeous, they're both gorgeous. It's like, we kind of look like twins. It's funny. She's like the kind of...
Really?
Can I use the word B? With the B-I-T-C-H? She's that's one. That's who she is. Danielle, and she'll say it. She serves you what she has to say.
Okay.
She says what she feels. She's the middle sister, so she's kind of like always had this middle sister syndrome where everything's not necessarily fair. But she's got her first year of marriage, 2 kids. Lizzie's the youngest. She's transitioning. She's becoming Jewish. And yeah,
right, I do remember that from the episode.
So she's becoming, she's converting to Judaism, and she's also the free spirit of the family. So she's one of those people who decides she wants to do something.
So does everybody live on the same block? Like, what's the situation?
Well, Lizzie moved in with me. My youngest sister, Lizzie, who's right next to me, she moved in with me. Danielle's married. She just moved from Vegas to L.A., experiencing the first year.
And where's your mom live?
And my mom, she's got her own place.
Perfect.
Mommy's taken care of.
And so now your daughter, Violet, who's 4 years old, she loves the camera. I mean, she is a...
There's Violet.
Yes, she loves the camera.
Violet is a hand.
So now her father is the music producer of The Dream. You were married briefly to The Dream.
Yes.
And produced Beautiful Violet.
Yes.
I'm shocked that Dream is letting Violet be on reality TV, because normally that's a big bone of contention, you know, when couples do reality TV.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Her father and I have definitely, we're in a really great place. So he and I have grown to this really great place as partnership as far as parenting now. And he trusts me. At the end of the day, I'm Violet's mom, and I want the best for her.
Yes.
And he understands. He knows, for me, I know the ins and outs and the ups and downs of being in the spotlight, and I want to avoid anything possible that's going to make
That's a nice partnership. Of course, it helps that
Absolutely.
he's now married, so he's got a life of his own.
Yes, he's got a beautiful wife. And
Perfect.
We all get along, and it's great. I definitely asked him permission. We talked about it.
Perfect.
We talked about what we felt was right for her, how much time, all of that stuff, and I want to protect my daughter's privacy as well.
I heard that your family didn't approve of The Dream when you guys first got married.
When we first got married, honestly, it was hard at first. You know, I think it was because I went on this whirlwind romance. I just left. And just enjoyed. I had the time of my life.
Yes.
And honestly, I think my family wasn't ready for it. And I think that's why this show kind of comes into place, too, because we were very codependent of each other.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, this guy comes along, and I'm like...
not just a guy. That's your husband.
Well, he became my husband, but in the beginning, he was just a guy.
Yeah.
They were like, he's just another, you know, he's another artist. Here goes Tina.
Yeah.
You know, but honestly...
Tina Turner?
Tina Turner. I became Tina Turner now.
All right. Enough about The Dream. Let's talk about Lil Wayne. Because I'm trying to... No, look. I just have to get to the bottom of it.
Hey.
We've always had a nice relationship, and I'm counting on you.
Yes.
So look me in the eyes, and let's talk honestly.
Oh, we doing this?
Come on now.
I do love you, though. Talk to me.
Do you love Lil Wayne as a romantical... Is he your boyfriend?
He's my man crush, everything. How about that?
You know, we need more specifics. Do you sleep with him at night?
We're in the studio late at night. We're at a skate park. How about that? Yeah.
Well, I saw on the...
Skateboard.
Okay, well... on that episode that you sent me, you were on the red carpet and they were asking you, about, Lil Wayne, and you didn't answer them, and then all of a sudden, conveniently, at the end of the red carpet, her telephone rings and she says, "Hey, baby."
That really did happen.
They were just asking about.
Isn't that funny?
All right, so.
But these are hours and hours of them filming us, so eventually you kind of like stuff like that happens, and believe me, they'd be thrown in, they're thrown
Okay,
in the
so
show.
you and Lil Wayne are sometimes together.
I mean, yeah.
We're going to go with that. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. It's not a full boyfriend, but a sometimes thing.
Well,
okay.
I mean, girl, don't put that out like that, but I'm just saying.
We're on. No,
we're very, we have great chemistry, and we have a really great involvement in each other's life. And
okay.
and I did want to protect that as well, like my daughter. I think sometimes if you just give it all out to the world.
You're on reality TV.
I know, but it's sexy to have a sense of mystique and kind of give it to, we want a second season, huh? No, just kidding. No, honestly, I know that I'm on reality TV, but I definitely laid everything out between my sisters, my mom, and I.
Okay.
We also have our little issues to deal with that you're not even gonna,
we'll see them.
Yeah,
we'll see them.
You'll
Listen,
see.
Karrueche Tran, your best friend.
Yeah, I love her.
Is Karrueche back with Chris as of right now? Brown.
I mean, yeah. You always ask me this. You're
my inside source.
Yeah, I mean, that's my best friend. And yes, I mean, I believe so. I mean, I don't know. So every time you ask me, I'm like, no,
so that's fun. So then you and Karrueche and Chris and Wayne, you all go on double dates.
That would be cute, but it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet.
No, it's just usually when I hang out with my ride or die, and it's just the two of us, just girls
all right.
time.
Well, we'll be the judge of that. We'll be watching, everybody. Turn Up premieres Sunday night at 10 on E. Give it up again for Christina Milian. Up next, winter beauty tips from InStyle magazine. Keep it here. Winter is here, and we are dry. Winter is wreaking havoc on our skin, so here from InStyle magazine with beauty tips to help us beat the chill is their beauty editor. Say hello to Kalana Barfield. Thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you for having me.
To the rescue. Okay, what are the 3 tips that you have for skincare during the winter?
So the main tip is to invest in a humidifier. Put it in your bedroom, sleep with it on at night. And what this is going to do is it's going to put humidity into the environment, which in turn will help to keep your skin moist.
Some moisturizer.
Yes.
Okay.
So the next tip is you want to make sure that you're limiting your showers to 5 to 7 minutes with lukewarm water. And I know that doesn't sound very comfortable. There's nothing better than a hot, steamy shower in the winter. But the hotter the shower, the more drying it is on your skin. The longer the shower, the more drying on your skin.
Okay.
And the third is you want to make sure you're moisturizing with body lotion both morning and night.
Yes.
And this is going to keep your skin moisturized, but it's also going to protect you against sensitivities like eczema and dermatitis.
Okay, let's get started. What do we have going on?
Okay, so the first product is Sephora Collection Express Cleansing Exfoliating Wipes. What's so great about these wipes is they're dual textured. So they have the smooth side on one side, and then they have a rough side, which has micro beads.
And the rough side is really rough. It's like sand on the beach. It's good and rough.
It really is, and this helps to really get rid of dry skin. So you want to start with the rough side and swipe off your makeup, and then go to the smooth side and wipe it off to clean up.
Okay.
And these are only $9.
They smell good, too.
Yeah.
All right, what's all doing? What's
Okay.
this?
So the next product is Clinique Sonic System Cleansing Brush. And this acts just like an electric brush. Toothbrush will work for your skin. So it's going to clean your face really deeply.
So you have to do the rubbing, because I noticed that it's not twirling around.
It's not charged, but it
No,
will
this is-
turn.
this is-
Oh, it
this
is
is
turned.
charged,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, it's vibrating. Yes. So what you want to do is you want to use... So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using this with your cleanser. Opt for a creamy cleanser instead of a gel cleanser, because a gel cleanser is going to strip the natural oils from your
A gel
skin.
cleanser has alcohol in it, too.
Yes,
a creamy
exactly.
cleanser, no alcohol. Okay,
Exactly.
remember that one.
Yes.
And this retails for $89.
Yes, which is a fraction of the price of many of the other ones on the market.
Yes, it feels good. Okay, what's this?
Okay, so the next product is Philosophy's Renewed Hope in a Jar. So this is an extension of their classic Hope in a Jar, which is a very thick moisturizer, very hydrating. This has the same moisturizing ingredients, but it's a souffle texture.
It's very
So
souffle-ish.
it's very nice and
luxurious.
moisturizing, and it has alpha hydroxy acids, which help to minimize fine lines and wrinkles.
This is worth every penny. How much
feels
is this?
so good on your skin. It's $47, but a little goes a long way.
Ooh, it does. What's this?
Okay. So the next product is L'Oreal Paris's Renewal Facial Oil. Now, I love facial oils in the winter. I think they're a great way to combat dryness. And this one is great because it contains 8 essential oils. What I like to do is I like to make a cocktail with my moisturizer and my oils.
Good idea.
A little bit of moisturizer, a drop of this, blend it together, slather it on my face at night, and you wake up with really smooth skin.
At night. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
The next is Jordin's BB hand cream.
Okay.
And everyone's complaining about their hands being dry, so we should be using hand cream multiple times throughout the day.
Yes.
This one is great because it contains a ton of humectants, vitamin B3, vitamin C.
This is luxurious,
It's great, and it has sunscreen in it. And a lot of people don't think you need to use sunscreen in the winter, but you do, especially on your hands, because your hands are one of the areas of your body that you start to see the first signs of aging.
How much is this?
This is only $7 at the drugstore.
$6. Okay, now what is this?
Okay, so this is Moroccan Oil's Intense Hydration Mask. So our hair is really dry in the winter because of the conditions, but also because we're wearing hats. So the hats, the material, the fabric of the hats are really soaking up the oil, so you need to do a nightly mask. This even once a week.
A nightly mask?
Well, a night mask. Do it at night when you wash your hair in the shower, but only do it once a week.
And what's
this
this
has
gonna do?
argan oil in it, and it's really going to replenish moisture into your hair. Leave it on for 5 minutes, rinse, and you'll feel that your hair is very soft afterwards.
Okay, and this retails for $54.
Yes.
And it's going to get rid of the dryness and the brittleness.
Yes.
Now, our final product is, I love Surge Normand stuff.
Yes, me too. So Surge Normand Dry Conditioner. So we've all heard of dry shampoo. This is different. This is a conditioner. It contains argan oil, so it's very moisturizing. If you start to feel like your hair is very dry, you can spray it on your hair from mid-shaft to ends, and it will really treat it, and it smells really great, too.
A dry conditioner. This is good.
Yes.
This is all thank you so much.
Of course.
Kalana?
Yes.
Barfield, thank you so much for the tips. We love your magazine In Style. For more information about all these products, log on to wendyshow.com. And don't forget to pick up your copy of In Style magazine. It's on newsstands now. Ask Wendy is next. It's our favorite day of the week, Hot Monday. We're all new with the most hashtag-worthy hot topics. And want to go shopping? Then let's go! Huge Trendy at Wendy discounts for the new year and just for you.
Monday on an all-new Wendy.
Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Everybody have a seat, except for you. Hi, my pretty.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm Destiny, and I bought my boyfriend of 3 years a Christmas present that he really wanted. Some Timberlands, socks, a whole outfit. I thought he liked it until I went to his phone and saw him texting another female saying how he did not like the gifts.
Well, who was the girl, first of all?
A close friend.
Okay. Okay, so we're not dealing with the friend. We're dealing with the issue of the clothes.
Yes, and the friend.
Well,
yeah.
and then the friend? Well, first of all, you violated, you went through his phone.
Yeah.
And, in this, back in the day, it wasn't corny to say, I went through your phone because we were all getting used to cell phones and the nosiness and the information they could provide. But these days, that's really corny.
Yeah.
Of you. But I understand you have to get your information, and you seem young. How old are you?
20.
There you go. At 20 years old, you still run a man's phone.
Yes.
I would not tell him because you don't want him to change his password. Otherwise, you won't have access to information anymore.
All right. All right.
But what I would do, Destiny, is I would approach him and I would say, look, I got you this outfit. You haven't worn it. What's the problem? Don't mention the other girl.
Okay.
Okay? Got it?
Right,
How long have you been with him?
3 years.
3 years too many anyway. You're only 20.
All right.
You're welcome, Destiny. Listen, up next, there's a woman in the audience who's in love with 2 men at the same time. Hey, listen, things happen. More Ask Wendy next. It's so easy to get fabulous Wendy Show bling. Just go to wendyshow.com and click Shop Wendy. T-shirts, Diva fans, and my favorite mugs, plus more. Are you shopping? Before the break, I teased you. There's a woman in the audience who's in love with 2 men. Now, look, let's break this down. First, how you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. All right, so what's the sitch?
Well, I've been with my boyfriend for 10 years, and recently my high school sweetheart came around. Yeah, and we've been hanging out behind his back, and I'm catching feelings. So at this point, I'm between two men. So what should I do?
Hanging out doing what?
Oh, we're just hanging out innocently.
Yeah. But still, it's something that your boyfriend wouldn't approve of.
Of course not.
Okay. So it's like cheating, because cheating comes in many forms. You don't just necessarily have to sleep with somebody.
I guess, yeah.
Well, I don't know what you should do. I can't answer this in, a mere segment in a 1-hour show. But I can say to you that when people from your past come into your present, they bring up nostalgic feelings of when you were young and used to have fun and life wasn't so serious, and before the children, and maybe when your hair was thicker, maybe when your I'm reminding you, when your hair was thicker, before a wrinkle formed, before you gained the 10 pounds, this person reminds you of all that stuff. So I don't think that you're in love with this person. What I think is you're in love with something familiar from the past, and it just happens to be him. I would not screw up my 10-year relationship. Do you love your boyfriend?
I don't know.
If your high school sweetheart hadn't come along, do you love your boyfriend?
Sometimes.
Okay. Do you have children with your boyfriend?
No.
Would you like to break up with your boyfriend?
Yes.
Well, then, don't say his name, but you might as well just look in the camera, because 52 countries our show is, and growing. So now the whole world knows. So you've got something to talk about when you get home.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Well, good luck with your new life.
Thank you.
The Wendy Williams Show, breaking up houses every day. Throwback Thursday is next. Don't miss it. First up, Taraji P. Henson. We love her in her new hit show, Empire, Wednesday nights on Fox. Let's take a look at her Throwback Thursday photo. Oh! Those cheeks, the eyebrows, she's identical today. The hair, that was the hair look of the popped collar, and the mall jewelry. I love it. Up next, rapper Drake. Drake. Let's take a look at his Throwback Thursday photo. Adorable. Remember those votes at the amusement? Were just so fun. So cute. That's Throwback Thursday. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, and we will be right back. Oh my gosh, they drove all the way from West Virginia just to see our show. Look, they got here early and slept in their car across the street in the parking lot until we opened the doors. Thank you. Christina Milian, thank you. In Style Magazine, thank you. Tomorrow, George Lopez is here, and we've got you covered with all the latest juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today. I love you for going out of your way, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.